So we are definitely long overdue on this one today, but Scottie Barnes, Toronto Raptors prospect rebuild today. I am going to be doing this in a 5-year rebuild. I'm sure a lot of you guys saw the video yesterday. I did an Evan Mobley Cavs prospect rebuild. I would say that you guys enjoyed that one, but I actually don't know because I'm sure as a lot of you do know, I'm going away for the weekend. I'm pre-recording all these videos and we're finally doing 5-year prospect rebuild. So back to Scottie Barnes. If I'm being 100% honest with you here, man, I was completely shocked when they didn't take Jalen Suggs with the 4th overall pick in the draft a couple weeks ago. I thought he was 100% the pick. It was pretty obvious Kyle Lowry was moving on. They needed some sort of new point guard. They decided to go with Scottie Barnes. Will it be the right pick? Only times will tell. I'm sure a lot of you know Scottie Barnes. Actually a pretty good ball handler for, how big he is, 6'9", has a 7'2" wingspan. Obviously a pretty good defensive player, good man on the boards. Not a good shooter, though. Not a good shooter in today's NBA. I saw a couple comparisons to Draymond Green, stuff like that. I believe he was around like a 20-something% three-point shooter, around like 44 attempts, something like that, like a 62% free throw shooter. So by all means, he's definitely not perfect. Not exactly the perfect prototype for today's NBA power forward, but we're definitely going to make it work today. So I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the 5-season prospect rebuild so far. I'm going to continue to do them with all the prospect rebuilds. If you guys are, let's leave a like down below on this video, man. It would definitely help me out a ton. And as always, you guys are new around here, man, want to subscribe to the channel, I would definitely appreciate it. And final note before we do get into the video, if any crazy NBA news has happened over the past 2 days or tomorrow at this point, and you're not going to get a video on until Monday because I'm not home and I'm not home right now. So let's get into this one. So we're here at the start of the first season right now. I went ahead and went through the off season. They didn't really make any crazy changes. So we're going to go season, off season, season, off season, season, off season, season. And that's going to basically wrap this one up. So it's still a 5-year regular season rebuild. My question today here is what we're going to do. I think my main reason why I maybe question this pick a little bit in the draft was because you do have Pascal Siakam, who is 100% an all-star caliber NBA power forward. I theoretically could move him to the small forward spot today. I believe his overall actually does jump up 1 or 2. But Pascal Siakam's a 30% three-point shooter. I think he's actually a little bit under last year. So I don't really love the idea of pairing him next to Scottie Barnes, even if it's not technically in a front court. I believe that they're probably not going to run these two next to each other in the front court. I don't really think they're going to play one of them at center, but I'll be interested to see what they do. They also do have Chris Boucher on this team. I think Pascal Siakam, a B three-point rating, might be a little bit generous, if I'm being honest with you here. But yeah, I'm going to probably try to make it work for at least a season. This is a Scottie Barnes rebuild at the end of the day, so he will be on this team the entire video, all 5 seasons. And yeah, man, take a look at the rest of this roster right now. Goran Dragic has regressed all the way down to a 75, so I think it's officially Malachi Flynn's time to take over here. Fred VanVleet's not going anywhere. He actually puts up pretty solid numbers in this game. Garrett Trent Jr., they re-signed to a 3-year 18, or not 18, it was $54 million, $18 million per year, I'm assuming. So yeah, we're going to have to make some decisions with this team. I like OG Anunoby a lot as well, but if I'm going to have to start, I mean, obviously I'm starting Barnes. If I'm going to have to make a decision with Siakam, I mean, what is his overall at small forward? He goes up to an 84, or 85, excuse me. So I'm probably going to run these two at the small forward spot for at least a season, then I'll go from there. Siakam's obviously on a pretty large contract. Barnes will be starting. Precious Achiuwa was a key piece of that deal. I said it in the video yesterday that I did with, 2 days ago, excuse me, that I did with Kyle Lowry in the Miami Heat. I think I like Precious Achiuwa a lot. I really do like Precious Achiuwa a lot. I just think at the end of the day, 2K might overrate him just a tad. That being said, I think he's going to get some new opportunities in Toronto that he probably wasn't able to get in Miami backing up Bam Adebayo. So we're going to set this rotation. We're obviously not making any trades here in the first year, so I will go ahead. Honestly, a pretty deep team. I can see us in the playoffs. I don't know if we're going to contend for anything, but I'll see you guys the rotation. All right, so year number 1 for us here in Toronto. The team's actually not that bad. Again, it doesn't really look like your typical team that just had the 4th overall pick in the draft. I would say this team is borderline a playoff team right now. I think we can definitely sneak in as a 7 or 8 seed, but we will see. The East has also got loaded. I'm talking about here in 2K. I don't know if in real life the Raptors are going to end up making the playoffs. A lot of the Eastern Conference teams have made some moves this offseason. I mean, you take a look at teams like the Knicks. I would say the Hornets have gotten better. You take a look at a team, obviously, like the Chicago Bulls. It's going to be a tough, idea for, the Toronto Raptors being in the playoffs this year. Maybe they'll knock out the Celtics because the Celtics didn't do jack shit because, god damn it, Brad Stevens is screwing us up. Malachi Flynn, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, Scottie Barnes, and Precious Achiuwa. Not a lot of shooting right here. I can say that with the utmost confidence, so I do not believe I'm going to be running this, 3-man rotation right here more than one season. Our three-point shooting is definitely going to absolutely plummet here in the first season, but again, we will figure that out after year number 1. Our bench unit, I don't want OG Anunoby on the bench. I want him in the starting lineup, but I'm not going to bench Pascal Siakam, and I want to develop Scottie Barnes. He's here for the full 5-year ride, so only makes sense to do that. So Anunoby will be off the bench for year number 1, followed by Gary Trent Jr., Chris Boucher, Khem Birch. and Goran Dragic. And I know I probably could start Gary Trent Jr. at shooting guard and move Fred VanVleet to the point guard spot, but I actually do like the potential of Malachi Flynn a little bit. So this team's definitely not winning anything. I'd rather develop some of these guys. So here goes year number 1. Probably not going to be the best year in the world. I will see you guys at the end of it. Maybe I underestimated this team a little bit. I said 7-8 seed at the most. We ended up being a 5 seed here at the end of year number 1. I'll take it. Luka Doncic, your MVP. Cade Cunningham, a Rookie of the Year in Detroit. Evan Mobley, 6th Man of the Year. So they're going with the latter. They're going ahead and starting Jared Allen, still running Mobley off the bench. I know in my rebuild, I actually don't know how you guys react with that. But in my rebuild yesterday with Mobley, I ran him at power forward, which I'm assuming they're probably going to do in real life. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year, and Onyeka Okongwu, Most Improved. Brad Steve, this is a joke. The Celtics winning 61 games this season is just, it's an absolute pipe dream. All right, this is what I'm talking about with Achua. I mean, he just puts up double-double. I mean, honestly, he can probably be here the whole video. This is a 5-season rebuild, so I am going to have to pay him at some point. But, I mean, the dude's a monster in the game. Followed by Pascal Siakam, Malachi Flynn, Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Dragic, Scottie Barnes. Not the best, not the worst rookie season at all. You know, 5 assists for a power forward, I will take that. I think that's where a little bit of that Draymond Green comparison comes from. Followed by the rest of these guys right here. So, I mean, in a hypothetical world, I would leave this team, you know, the same way it is the entire video. I don't want to trade Pascal Siakam. Let me put that out there right now. But I do want shooting in this lineup. Barnes isn't obviously going anywhere. It just, I mean, unless I can get some crazy-ass good center, but Press Achua, there's no reason to trade the man. He's led us some points and rebounds. So, again, we'll figure it out at some point in time. We do have the Philadelphia 76ers here in round 1. Brickleberry Simmons, Shake Milton, Matisse Thybulle, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, our first-round matchup. So, let's see if we can go on and beat them. No, we do not. We lose in 7. Where's Kawhi when we need him for a last-second shot, man? I missed that game so bad, man. And this is here's the realistic, you know, aspect of 2K. The Celtics winning the finals in 2022, man. The things I would do for that, but come on here. All right, we reject all these, as always, as I'm sure a lot of you know. We'll head into the draft lottery. If I'm being honest, I thought we were going to have a pick. We obviously do not because we are, you know, we are in the playoffs. So top 3 is the Thunder, the Atlanta Hawks, and the Washington Wizards. I know the Hawks don't technically have that Oklahoma City pick. I'm not going to go in and manually edit it so they don't have it. Adrian Griffin, you just have bad ratings. Who are the assistant coaches here? Because this dude actually might just stay. I mean, we actually have 2 good assistant coaches. Actually, you know what? I'll keep this guy. He is an A defensive rating. I don't mind that. Dash Jones, I can get somebody better. We don't have a trainer anymore. So, Sean Navarro for those 3 untapped potentials. We'll get my guy, Eldon Stewart. We will also go ahead and sign Lionel Hollins. Actually has some pretty good ratings. We also don't have to sign a new head coach the entire video. I mean, Nick Nurse has what? No, he has an A and an A+. I thought he had 2 A+ ratings, but no reason to change anything there. So, a couple new guys in the staff department. We will head up to the draft right now. If we do have a pick, I'll probably use it. Yes, we do. We have pick number 22. I will see who's available for us here on the boards. I mean, we do already have a very deep team, I would say, so there's not anybody specifically I am looking for. I think, honestly, Marcus Bagley could be a fun addition to this team. You know, I do draft him a decent amount. I mean, all these guys are B overall ratings. I also wouldn't mind a Frank Kepnang to go ahead and be my backup center here. I mean, I love Kahim Birch. I don't know how to pronounce it perfectly, but, you know, he could be in a trade at some point in time for somebody a little bit better. So I think I'm going to take Frank Kepnang here. A little bit of, you know, big man depth, never a bad idea to have in today's NBA. So he's going to be a 73 overall for us, not bad whatsoever. Press Achua, obviously coming back, Malachi Flynn. Who's David Johnson? Oh, he was a second-round pick in 2017 from Louisville. I did not know they had him. And Delano Benton was a second-round pick. I knew that. So I didn't even know they had these 2 guys. This guy a point guard or shooting guard? He's listed as a point guard. Not bad. Honestly, could get some minutes. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't really know anything about him. I'm not going to pretend that I do, but 74 overall could get some minutes for me. So, Boucher is a free agent. Utah Watanabe, or, yeah, me and names don't go well together. I also don't I never even really said this. I don't think Goran Dragic is probably going to play on the Miami Heat. On the Toronto Raptors. I think they're going to try to redirect him up to a 3rd team. It doesn't really make any sense for Goran Dragic at age 35, 36 to be on a team that's not going to be contending. I mean, I know they accepted his team option so they could make the money work in the Kyle Lowry sign and trade, but it's not easy to ship a $19 million contract somewhere, but I just don't see a way. I mean, maybe they'll buy him out, honestly. Like, I just don't really think Goran Dragic wants to be in Toronto, if I'm being honest with you. It just really doesn't make sense to me. Okay, Malachi Flynn actually just had a solid second season here for us. 17 points, I mean, almost 5 assists. There's really no reason to change that around. I like Fred VanVleet a lot. A little bit of a down year for him. Again, I also do love Gary Trent Jr. I mean, statistically, he didn't have a great season. He was also coming off the bench, and he wasn't even our 6th man. But I think the fact that they got him in that Norman Powell deal was absolutely tremendous. Norman Powell, that looked like a very fair deal right now. I mean, at the end of the day, Norman Powell signed a pretty cheap contract with the Trailblazers to re-sign with them after what I am assuming he probably could have gotten. So, good for them, though. Okay. Here's the thing. I do kind of want to start OG Anunoby, but I also don't want to just give up Pascal Siakam for a bag of basketballs or something. I feel like he's definitely worth more than that. So Honestly, I might run it back. The thing I'm kind of debating on is which one of these guys I want to start. I mean, I'm probably going to start Siakam, but I just wish I had somebody who was a little bit better of a shooter. And again, I already mentioned this, but I think it's a little bit of an overrate, the fact that Pascal Siakam has a B plus or a B 3-point shot. I think it should be probably around a C plus, maybe even a B minus if he's lucky. But I mean, just hypothetically, I don't think there's any world that a guy who's shooting 29%, 30% from three. What was his exact? I have it pulled up on the screen just because I wanted to know this for sure. Yeah, he shot 29% from three last year. It's just, I don't think that's a B rating. So, again, I'm not going to give up on him because it would be dumb to give up on him. But I do think I do want to make some sort of move with this team. Actually, no, it's a 5-year rebuild. I'll run it back for one more season. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to go bring back Chris Boucher. 3-year, $9 million per year, not bad. Or 3-year, $9 million per year, not bad at all. So we're going to let Dragic go on a $29 million cap hold. Honestly, not that mad about that one. So it's going to be a 10-man rotation. We're going to get David Johnson into this rotation as well, getting another one of our picks from the 2021 draft here. I don't think Delano Banton's going to be getting any minutes, unfortunately, but I'm fine with this. Frank Kapning's probably going to have to wait one more year before we do get him in the rotation, but a little bit of development never hurts. So same team we're going with, man. I think this is the final year. I'll probably run it with these three guys all in the same starting, or not these three guys, you know what I'm saying, all in the same starting lineup. But again, I think this team's in a good spot. 5 seed last year. Didn't really think we'd be up that high. So I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2. Season number 2 here in Toronto. Honestly, a pretty impressive year last year. I didn't think we were going to be, nearly close to a 5 seed, but when 2K blesses me, I tend not to question it. So same exact starting 5 as last year. Again, I think we're probably going to make at least one major change after this season because, again, I don't think this team is necessarily a championship contender right now, but again, you never really know here with 2K. So Malachi Flynn coming off an absolute career year for us. Honestly, should have won most improved. Really surprised that he actually wasn't really probably my most improved player, but it's okay. Followed by him and Fred VanVleet in the backcourt together. Pascal Siakam, Scottie Barnes, Preston Chua going to be our starting 5 again. This dude is just an absolute demigod in this game. I like him a lot. I think he's probably a steal. Honestly, I think they stole him basically from Miami Heat. I mean, there's no way Kyle Lowry is coming back to Toronto. I think that was out of the question. I mean, there were teams, all sorts of teams floating around. I think Miami was the obvious one. I think the Pelicans were floating around out there. But at the end of the day, they basically got him for Kyle Lowry was gone. I think they kind of just got him for no reason, basically. But they had to throw somebody in there. Gary Trent Jr. is going to be bumped up to my 6th man here. He's up to an 84 overall, followed by OG Anunoby, who, again, I know I said I wanted to get into that starting lineup. I wasn't able to, though. That sucks, man. They used a really unflattering picture of him. Really doing the man dirty. Followed by Chris Boucher, Khem Birch, and David Johnson, our former 2nd-round pick in 2021. Up to a 74 overall. He's definitely going to be getting some minutes with Goran Dragic now elsewhere. I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. So maybe I'm the one sleeping on this team a little bit. We went 54-28 here at the end of year number 2, which was good enough for a 1 seed here in the East and in the power rankings. Hey, man, you never know. Luka Doncic, 2nd MVP award. Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year for Houston. Jalen Smith, 6th Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year. Evan Mobley, wins Most Improved. Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year. Is that his 2nd time winning Coach of the Year? I feel like he's won it before. Not off the top of my head, I don't really know. Achua, as I mentioned, just an absolute monster in this game, followed by Siakam. This is what's really making it hard for me to trade Pascal Siakam, if I'm being honest with you. Fred VanVleet, a little bit of a bounce back year, up 2 points. Malachi Flynn, Gary Trent Jr., Scottie Barnes. So, again, I know Scottie Barnes isn't a 20-point double-double monster. I mean, I know what it was this college. I think he averaged 10 points, something like that. But, I mean, I'm not saying that he's bad in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying where he's playing as I expected him to today. So I'm sure a lot of you are saying, hey, numbnuts, there you have Pascal Siakam putting up 19 points a game. You can probably get a small forward that can do something similar. But this is Scottie Barnes' rebuild. So what on fucking hell is this team? Why is Steph Curry? Oh, my God. Yeah, his contract extension isn't updated. The first player of all time in NBA history to get 2 $200 million contracts. Man is just living life to the fullest. They're kind of going Twin Tower department here in the front court with the Congo and Capella. Let's see if we can beat them. We do win in 6. I can't believe we swept this team. I really kind of just blew by that one. We got a Raptors Bucks Eastern Conference Finals. They got the GOAT Caruso here. Donnie DiVincenzo, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Cody Zeller. West, it's Houston and New Orleans. And wow, we got. Oh wait, what? The Rockets? Are we really about to win a finals with this team? I'm pretty sure they blew a 3-1 lead. I did not think this team was nearly close to good enough to be winning a championship, but I guess 2K disagreed with me. Well, year number 2, and a championship's already in our books. You guys know what that means. We try to win one every year from now on out. So, that being said, will that happen? Probably not. But again, we can always go for it. So, we're officially one championship down, man. I did not think we'd be here, but I'm not going to complain when 2K blesses me. The Warriors lost Steph. They now have the first overall pick, followed by the Spurs. And the Cleveland Cavaliers, we had into staff signing, definitely want Nick Nurse back here in Toronto after just winning a championship as our head coach. Ryan Williams has bad ratings. Chauncey Billups, who want to come here? Cool, welcome to the show. And now we'll head up to the NBA draft, see if we have any later first-round picks here. We do have the 30th overall pick. I'm not going to draft anybody this year. 2 seconds is fine. We have enough young talent on this team for the bench unit. So Fred VanVleet is a free agent. I like Fred VanVleet a lot. Unfortunately, around the age of 29, 30, he's one of those guys that does start to regress. So I like Delano Banton. You know, he was a good bench piece for us. I'm not saying, I don't know why I said I like him. I mean, he didn't really do anything for us, but I'm not going to give a guy a $2 million qualifying offer when I just don't really feel like it's, you know, it's not, he's never going to play for me. So David Johnson, I would like back. Jordan McLaughlin can go. So we will now head into free agency, man. Fred VanVleet's basically our only, you know, big free agent, I would say. I mean, taking a look at this roster right now, Malachi Flynn just won us a championship as our starting point guard. I did not think he would be doing that. So I want Fred VanVleet back. Unfortunately, I do want to play Gary Trent Jr. more minutes. Like, I kind of wanted to try to get him into the starting lineup. So, and I know I already said this. I would say I'd start Fred VanVleet at point guard, man, but Malachi Flynn's been doing his thing. There's no reason to change that. So, honestly, like, I want to make a move. I want to change something, but what do I change here? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do I change? There's really nothing here major that I could change. I mean, maybe VanVleet. Like, even with that, though, like, why? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I don't know, man. I'm not going to renounce the rights on David Johnson. I would like him back. It just, it feels weird to me that, like, I have a team like this, and I really haven't made any major moves that, like, I'm probably going to be another top 3 seed next year and have the chance at another championship. So I don't really feel like I've accomplished much because I really haven't done anything, if that's kind of my drift right now. So I probably will make a trade at some point. I might include Chris Boucher in a trade. It's nothing against him personally. I just think not honest. I mean, he's not the odd man out by any means. I mean, he was solid for us off the bench, but he's 30 years old. I want to do something here. I'm getting kind of bored, if I'm being honest with you. So it's either, I mean, it could be Fred VanVleet because I do want to get Gary Trent Jr. some minutes. So I will figure something out, and I'll see you guys with whatever trade I do make. So is this the smartest trade in the world? Probably not, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to spice this video up a little bit. Jamal Murray, 26 years old. The dude's having an absolute tremendous career so far. 22 points a game, 6 assists. Yeah, he's going to probably be my starting shooting guard, even though, I mean, I have to decide, do I want to start, wait, let me see. Did I get Monte Morris as well? Oh, I did. So I have to decide, do I want to start Malachi Flynn and Jamal Murray next to each other, or do I want to start Jamal Murray and Gary Trent Jr.? Kind of leaning at starting Jamal Murray at the shooting guard spot just because Malachi Flynn has been so good for us. I mean, Gary Trent Jr., per 36 numbers are tremendous as well, so that's where my tough decision kind of is coming into play right now. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Is Malachi Flynn a free agent next year? He is. So is Monte Morris. So it's kind of a similar idea here. So I'm going to start Murray at point guard. I'm now going to get Gary Trent Jr. into the starting lineup. I think he's earned it at this point. So we are probably going to go ahead and still run a 10-man rotation. Monte Morris is either going to get me a backup shooting guard or a backup power forward. I'm not playing Monte Morris at the backup shooting guard spot. He's only 6'2". So, actually, how tall is Fred VanVleet? And he started there. That's kind of a dumb logic. But they're also both free agents. I'd like to get somebody maybe a little bit younger on a multi-year deal if possible. Again, if I can. If not, I'll just live with it. But let's see some deals here. We are obviously a championship down. Does not need to be anybody tremendous. Just preferably somebody on a multi-year. How many years? Keon Johnson, actually, how are his numbers so far? Honestly, his per 36 numbers are not bad. We also get Torrey Craig. We do have to give him a first-round pick. I'm not... Ooh! Duncan Robinson's probably a free agent after this year, though, isn't he? Son of a bitch. He would provide some shooting off the bench, though. That might be the reason that I do take him here. All right, we're going to take Duncan Robinson. We get a second-round pick as well. He provides a little bit of shooting off the bench for me, which I do like. We obviously added a great three-point shooter in Gary Trent Jr. into our starting lineup. Same with Jamal Murray, but I like shooting off the bench. So that's a new addition to the team. We now need to get a backup for Scottie Barnes. Let's see who the backup power forwards options are here. Larry Nance Jr., absolutely perfect. Good veteran backup presence. So I liked David Johnson. Unfortunately, we're just going to probably let him go, or if he's going to accept his qualifying offer and not play. Malachi Flynn's been balling out for me, and honestly, I'm already disappointed about the fact he's not going to be starting, but it's Jamal Murray. I'm not going to pass up on Jamal Murray, so I like the team, man. We've obviously made a couple big changes. Probably not going to make any other crazy changes throughout the video, but I'll see you guys at the start of year number 3. I would like to say that although we've made some pretty big changes to this starting lineup, I think it's BS how 2K is letting Scottie Barnes progress. He started out as a 75 overall. He's been pretty solid. I mean, 2 years into the league, he's only developed 2 overalls. Are we serious here, 2K? Are we serious? But nonetheless, we've made some pretty big changes. Obviously, our backcourt is now completely new. Jamal Murray, Gary Trent Jr., so, you know, both tremendous three-point shooters. I really like the additions of them. When these three obviously can't shoot, and I said after the first year we were probably going to change something, but we really didn't. So the backcourt's definitely going to help us out a lot. Benchune and OG Anunoby still remains there. I wanted to get him into the starting lineup, but at this point it would just be dumb to trade Siakam. So he'll remain our sixth man, followed by Malachi Flynn, Duncan Robinson, Larry Nance Jr., and Frank Kepnang. I would also like to point out that this game I wanted to start Larry Nance Jr. over Scottie Barnes. That's 2K. I will see you guys at the end of year number 3. Not the final year, though. So it appears that our changes did not affect us negatively. Sometimes when I make changes that I think are for the better, they end up working out in not so good of a way. So still a 1 seed here. Didn't catch our record. Luka, I believe this is a 3-peat now in the MVP department. Quentin Grimes, Rookie of the Year in San Antonio. Cole Anthony, 6th Man of the Year. Jonathan Isaac, doesn't change ever. O'Shea Brissett, Most Improved Nick Nurse, 60 and 22. I will take that. We got the Wizards in the first round. We can take a look at some numbers real quick. Murray, Siakam, Achua. We got 320-plus point per game guys, followed by Malachi Flynn, Gary Trent Jr., Scottie Barnes, and Anunoby. Robinson, you take a look at the rest right there. Rebounds, wow, almost 15 for Precious Achua. He's probably a free agent, I believe, right now, which is definitely somebody we want to lock up. Wow, Kyrie signed with the Wizards. They got Bradley Beal, Saldeni, Avdija, Rui Hachimura, who I actually like quite a bit, and Mitchell Robinson. Good 8 seed. I will say that. I know I say that a lot, but that's actually a really good 8 seed. We do go on to win in 5. We got Orlando here with their 6th Man of the Year. We got Markelle Fultz, RJ Hampton, Chumu Kiki, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter, Cole Anthony got 6th Man. He's not even technically their 6th Man. And look, I know they don't have to actually be the 6th man. I understand that. I get it. Celtics, Christian Lander, Lou Dortz, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Robert Williams. Lou Dortz would be a tremendous addition for the Celtics. I would love that. We win at 7. Oh boy, we got a rematch. The 2019 NBA Finals. They've moved on from Steph Curry. And now have Saban Lee, Klay Thompson, Brandon Miller, who's a 91, Eric Pascal, who they actually just traded the other day. I didn't really get that trade. They got a 2nd-round pick for him. I feel like he probably could have got more there. I mean, I know they reunited him in Utah with Donovan Mitchell, his childhood friend, but I feel like he maybe could have got a little bit more somewhere else. We win at 6, and we go back-to-back. Precious Achua, as I mentioned, just an absolute demigod in this game, man. It's a beautiful thing that we were able to get him. Or we really didn't get him. I mean, technically Massa Ujiri got him for us. But we'll head up to league meetings right now. No thank you. No thank you. And we're good there. So draft lottery, there's no way I traded for any. Wait, did I see a Raptors logo? Oh, no. I thought I saw a Raptors logo real quick. Maybe flash red. Spurs, Kings, Pelicans, your top 3 picks. Draft signings, make sure we're all good here. Nothing has changed. We will now head up to the draft. Again, I'm probably not drafting anybody. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad we have the 30th pick again. I don't really want to use it, though. Like, I know I hate just trading it for 2nd-round picks. You guys don't love it either. But, oh, boy, Anunoby's free agent as well. Achua and Malachi Flynn. Okay. We got some pretty big free agents. That I will say right now. That is definitely something we do need to address right now. This is obviously a loaded free agency class. As much as I would... What? We have money? Is Siakam a free... Oh, shit. That's where that money went. And Achua. Oh, and Trent Jr. Oh, my God. Okay. Let me look and see what this... Oh, we have 4 dudes under contract right now? Okay. We definitely need to take this offseason seriously. We 100% need to take this offseason seriously going into year number 4, man. I need Siakam back. I need Pascal Siakam back. Or do I want to swap him out with somebody better? Do I want to bring Kawhi back? Kawhi is 33 years old. He is not from the Pistons. He's probably just going to go to... He always goes to Detroit. Or do I maybe want to bring in a Jaylen Brown? What are Jaylen Brown's numbers so far? Around 23 points. He's not... Siakam's around 20. I mean, it's not a huge upgrade. I mean, I'll give him an offer. I mean, if he wants to come here... All right, I guess we're letting Pascal Siakam go. So now I have to play this correctly. I actually think I'm going to have to do something about Gary Trent Jr. Actually, shit, I can't bring in Jaylen Brown because I either have to get Siakam and Trent Jr. or just Jaylen Brown. Never mind, we're not getting Jaylen Brown. I'm going to bring back Siakam, and then I'm going to bring back Gary Trent Jr. I will go ahead and wait on OG Anunoby, and I will wait on Precious Achua. So I am going to pay Gary Trent Jr., so we're just going to have to do this carefully. Jaylen Brown, I'm not accepting. We're agreeing to that, and so, yeah. Not renouncing any of the rights there. We're going to let Duncan Robinson go. David Johnson can obviously go. This is just, like, I didn't even realize how many free agents we had, which is, like, low-key kind of screwing us a little bit, but I just want to make sure that before we do this, everything is all set. So Flynn does have, it's all his qualifying offers still. So we're still good. Anunoby, no. Flynn, no. Achua, no. And we're still perfect. Final day of moratorium. Precious Achua now has 3 offers. So he has an offer from, he's not going to accept that right now. So we're still good. And OG Anunoby, Flynn, Achua, okay, we are solid. So now I'm going to go ahead and give an offer to Precious Achua. I'll give him that much money. I'm probably going to give, oh, Jesus Christ. Can I even afford both of them? We get Achua back. I would take him over Anunoby, honestly. Wow, I can't believe we can actually afford all these guys, and we still can pay Malachi Flynn low-key. We actually might be way ahead of the luxury. I have no idea how we were able to pay all of these guys. I mean, that's just 2K for you, but hey, I guess I'll change my backup shooting guard now. We still have, honestly, I can still bring, wow. All right, we're going to leave the team the same exact way as it was for year number 4, or excuse me, year number 3. Obviously, we won a championship, so I'll make one major change following next season. We've obviously won 2 championships now. I promise you I'll make a major change in the final year. But for season number 4, this is how it's going to look. I'll see you guys at the rotation. Year number 4, here in Toronto, we've officially won 2 championships with this current core. And honestly, I'm kind of happy we didn't make any major changes right now. I think next offseason we'll probably make at least one major change. I do not want to leave this core 100% the exact same way throughout this entire video. So we'll make one decently sized change, but here's how it's going to look. For year number 4, Jamal Murray, Gary Trent Jr., Pascal Siakam, Scottie Barnes, and Precious Achiuwa. Barnes is still not even 80 overall. That just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Bench unit, OG Anunoby, Malachi Flynn, Frank Kepnang, Larry Nance Jr., and Duncan Robinson. I was surprised we did not lose at least one of these guys to free agency. We didn't lose a single one of them. So honestly, it's worked out beautifully so far for us, man. We're looking at 3-peat today. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 4. So we wrap up year number 4 with our best record yet. We went 64-18. Nikola Jokic signed with the Clippers and wins his second career MVP award once again, a 1 seed here in the East. Bronny James, Rookie of the Year, and San Antonio. Take a look at his splits right there. Jonathan Kuminga, 6th Man of the Year in Golden State. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Defensive Player of the Year. Gene Montero, Most Improved. Nick Nurse, I believe this is his 2nd or 3rd Coach of the Year of this video. Yeah, 64-18, definitely deserving of that one. So player stats. Precious Achiuwa, very happy we re-signed him. As I mentioned, the dude just progresses super well. Take a look at the rest of the guys right here. And again, I'm very surprised we were honestly able to retain every single key asset on this team. I mean, I would assume we would have lost 1 or 2, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm still going to keep my word. We're still going to make a major move or 2 at the, this offseason. So we do have the Miami Heat here in the first round. Take a look at their squad they got right there. Still got Jimmy Butler. He's probably pretty old at this point. Wow, they actually won a couple games, but we do win in 6. Moving on to Cleveland. Garland, Quickly, Okoro, Brandon Huntley, Hatfield, and Onyeka Okongwu. A little bit of a rebuild there in Cleveland. We do go on to win in 5. We got my Celtics, Christian Lander. Zach LaVine has replaced Jaylen Brown. They added Nasir Little as well. Interesting changes there in Boston. Wow, we win in 7. We got the Pelicans here. Oh, boy. We got Zion here. Oh, brother. It looks like they haven't made a ton of changes, surprisingly, and they go on and win. Yeah, I mean, when it's Zion in 2K, it's just... It is what it is. So, we do unfortunately lose that one, but hey, we've won 2. I would like to win a 3rd in today's video if possible, and obviously, as I mentioned, we are going to make a big move or 2. So, we'll head up to league meetings right now. We're just going to reject all these. I believe one of the good things we do have going for us is I believe we do have all of our players, our key players anyways, under contract currently. So, top 3, Trailblazers, Pacers, 76ers right there. Staff signing, just make sure we're still good here. Yes, we are. We will now head up to the draft. I know I've traded a lot of my 30th overall picks before. This year we have 29. Maybe I'll try to include it in some sort of major deal if I do pull the trigger on one of those. So I'll see you guys with the potential move. So we tried to sign him in free agency. Unfortunately, he did not really work. So last year we actually tried to pick up Jaylen Brown in free agency. Unfortunately, it was either him or we had to bring back Pascal Siakam and Gary Trent Jr. Obviously, I was going to go with the latter and bring back both of them. But now I'd like to get him. Taking a look at his numbers in his first year in LA, man. 27 points a game, 5 boards. 4 assists. He's 28 years old, so he is 3 years younger than Siakam. It's nothing bad about Siakam. He's maybe regressed in the numbers department a tiny bit. It's nothing so bad we have to trade him, but I wanted to make a big splash. Let's see if we can get it done. They have a counteroffer. They want Anunoby for Marvin Bagley III. Honestly, I'll probably do this. I think we're going to pull the trigger on this one. Anunoby's been great. Obviously, a tremendous defensive wing. Great three-point shooter. But, looking at his numbers, it's nothing we can't move on from. So, Jaylen Brown, welcome to the Toronto Raptors. Taking a look at this roster right now, obviously, Murray's not going anywhere. Gary Trent Jr. has progressed beautifully. I think this could be the situation where we do switch it to a 9-man rotation here in the 5th and final season. So, Scottie Barnes will definitely still be starting. Marvin Bagley, I guess, is going to come off the bench, making $22 million. So, Larry Nance Jr. can get moved on from now. I might, move on from Larry Nance Jr. and trade him along with Duncan Robinson, who's 31 now, for a new backup shooting guard. So we'll see some options there real quick if I go ahead and move these 2 guys along with my 29th overall pick. Just looking for some sort of backup shooting guard. Does not need to be anybody, off this, out of this world. I don't like Grayson Allen, but he's 2 years younger. We take a look at his numbers real quick. 10 points a game. What do you shoot from 3? 42.5% from 3. I'm not a Grayson Allen fan, but I'm going to pick him up. So we have a 9-man rotation now for the final year. We have obviously won 2 championships here in Toronto, looking for a 3rd. I will see you guys at the rotation. All right, man, so final year here for us in Toronto. I didn't show it. I do apologize about that, but I re-signed Jamal Murray. Scottie Barnes had a qualifying offer. I just gave him that just because this is the final year of the video. So, yeah, they're both back in case you were wondering. I'm sorry I didn't show it, but yes, they're both on this team for the final season. Jamal Murray, Gary Trent Jr., Jaylen Brown, Scottie Barnes, and Precious Achiuwa the final year here. Malachi Flynn, Marvin Bagley III, Frank Kepning, and Grayson Allen. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been loving these 5-year rebuilds, man. If you guys want to continue to see them, let me know down below in the comment section. We are going for championship number 3 today. I'll see you guys at the end of the 5th and final year. 5th year comes to a close. I believe we have our best record yet at 63-19. I think were we 64-18 last year, or were we 62-20? Whatever it was a really good year. Luka Doncic, I believe this is like his 4th MVP of this video. This time, he is officially in Detroit. Look at those numbers, man. He is scary good. Victorious Miller. He's probably like 15 right now. I don't know. Obi Toppin, 6th man of the year in Phoenix, man. Just cannot find his way into a starting lineup. Nope, we're not doing this. Who am I looking for? I want to do somebody different. I've done Trae Young a lot. I've done Tyler Hero a lot. Or not a lot, but I've done Tyler Hero before. I want somebody else to win. I want somebody else to win Defensive Player of the Year. Who am I feeling right now? Who wants to win Defensive Player? Lauri Markkanen. Beautiful. Lauri Markkanen, Defensive Player of the Year. Elijah Fisher, Most Improved. Nick Nurse, 63-19. This is like his 4th straight Coach of the Year or something like that. So we got to dance with Chicago in the first round. Taking a look at some numbers real quick. Jaylen Brown obviously made the trade for him. Our leading scorer, followed by Jamal Murray, Precious Achiuwa, Gary Trent Jr., Scottie Barnes. Who would have thought, man, that Jamal Murray and Jaylen Brown were 2 of the best players, probably 2 out of the 3 of the best players in that 2017 draft, or 2016 draft, excuse me. I mean, look at it. Hypothetical. What was Murray, the 6th or 7th overall pick? I mean, obviously, Brickleberry was the 1st overall pick, followed by Ingram and then Brown. I mean, I don't know, man. I would probably say Jaylen Brown's the best draft player out of that draft class. I'm not looking at those numbers so much, but it's close, maybe. I might still take Ingram over him. It's probably my Celtics bias, but I'm still going with Jaylen Brown, but not to that point. But J.D. Davidson, DJ Wagner, Miles Bridges, Lauri Markkanen, and Goga. There's no way that team's winning a game against us, right? Okay, they win 1 game. Congrats. It's a Make-A-Wish thing. Garland, DeAnthony Melton, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Brandon Huntley, Hatfield, and Nyeka Okongwu, the starting 5 for Cleveland. I believe we beat them last year. This time we sweep them. Oh, boy. I believe, wow. Bradley Beal moved on from Washington. They still have Kyrie and Mitchell Robinson. I believe we've already beat them before, and we win in 5. And, oh, boy, we got a rematch here with the demigod himself. Other than that, they're really not doing a ton to put a lot of new talent around Zion. I mean, we go on and win. What is this? Oh, let's go. That's great. Scottie Barnes gets a final. Is that our 3rd championship today? I believe it's our 3rd. I mean, I'm all over the place. My counting's all screwed up. But, yeah, what a way to cap this. Scottie Barnes, Toronto Raptors rebuild with Scottie Barnes going out and winning Finals MVP. So he does not progress well in this game. That is for damn sure. Hopefully they change that in 2K22 because I think he's going to be very good in the league. But if you guys did enjoy, I'm going to keep this outro pretty short and sweet because I do have to record another video after this, and this video has probably already been 30+ minutes. So if you guys did enjoy, you can leave a like down below, man. I would definitely appreciate it. You can let me know your thoughts on Scottie Barnes, the Toronto Raptors, down below in the comments section. You guys got any other video ideas? Feel free to leave those down below as well. Yes, you will be seeing a Jalen Suggs rebuild very shortly. It's not the video you're going to be seeing tomorrow. I don't want to do 2 prospect rebuilds in a row, but it will be getting it soon. So, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.